देवियों और सज्जनों, प्रांगण में शैक्षणिक गण का आगमन हो रहा है। सविनय अनुरोध है कि उनके प्रवेश करने पर सम्मान में सभी खड़े हो जाएं तथा उनके स्थान ग्रहण करने के पश्चात ही अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें।
Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is entering the Convocation arena. You are requested to stand up and kindly continue standing until the members of the procession take their seats.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a moment of great pride and joy as we come together today for the second convocation of the Indian Institute of Management, Mumbai. This ceremony marks the culmination of academic pursuits and the beginning of new journeys for our graduating students. We are deeply honored to have with us our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Pramod Kumar Mishra, Principal Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister of India. Shri Sashikiran Shetty, Chairman, Board of Governance, Iim Mumbai, and Founder and Chairman, All Cargo Private Limited. Shri Urjit Patel, Executive Director, International Monetary Fund, and former Governor, RBI. Shri Ashish Chauhan, MD and CEO, National Stock Exchange. Professor Shiresh Kedare, Director, IIT Bombay. Professor Suman Chakravarti, Director, IIT Kharagpur. Dr. R.D. Kulkarni, Vice Chancellor, Mumbai University. Padma Shri Kailash Kher, Founder of Kailash Kher Academy for Learning Arts. Shri Subhash Ghai, Chairman Mukta Arts, Founder Whistling Woods Media Institute. Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director, Iim Mumbai. Esteemed faculty, guests, visitors, officials and media persons, and most importantly, proud families and our shining graduates. Your presence here today elevates the significance of this occasion and inspires our graduates to step forward with confidence, courage, and purpose. Let this day celebrate hard work, perseverance, and dreams that take flight. Now, may I request our Chairman BOG, Shri Sashikiran Shetty, to formally announce the convocation open.
Yeah. Convocation now stands open. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
We would start the ceremony with the lighting of the lamp. I invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra, Chairman BOG, Mr. Sashikiran Shetty, and Iim Mumbai Director, Professor Manoj Tiwari, to kindly inaugurate today's convocation with this sacred tradition. I would like to request Dean Academics to kindly join the dignitaries. May we also invite the invocation team to seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati with their soulful prayer.
भगवती सुर भारती तव चरणों प्रणमामः। जय जय हे भगवती सुर भारती तव चरणों प्रणमामः।
नाद ब्रह्ममयी जय वागीश्वरी, नाद ब्रह्ममयी जय वागीश्वरी,
शरणं ते गच्छामः। जय जय हे भगवती सुर भारती तव चरणों प्रणमामः। त्वमसि शरण्या
त्रिभुवन धन्या,
सुरमुनिवन्दित चरणा। त्वमसि शरण्या
त्रिभुवन धन्या,
सुरमुनिवन्दित चरणा। नवरस मधुरा
कविता मुखरा,
स्मितरुचि रुचिराभरणा। जय जय हे भगवती सुर भारती तव चरणों प्रणमामः। आसीना भव
मानस हमसे
कुन्दतुहिन शशि धवले। आसीना भव
मानस हमसे
कुन्दतुहिन शशि धवले। हर जडतां कुरु
बोधि विलासं,
सित पंकज तनु विमले। जय जय हे भगवती सुर भारती तव चरणों प्रणमामः। जय जय हे भगवती सुर भारती तव चरणों प्रणमामः। तव चरणों प्रणमामः। तव चरणों प्रणमामः।
May I now invite Dean Academics, Professor Vivek Khanzore, to deliver the formal welcome address.
Podium 3. morning. On this auspicious day of the Institute Convocation, I am glad to welcome the galaxy of eminent personalities to this ceremony. We are honored to have with us Dr. Pramod Kumar Mishra, Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister of India, as the chief guest. We heartily welcome you, sir. To grace the occasion, we have with us Mr. Urjit Patel, Executive Director, IMF and former Governor, Reserve Bank of India, and Mr. Ashish Chauhan, MD and CEO, National Stock Exchange. Welcome, sir. I welcome Mr. Shashikaran Shetty, Founder and Chairman, Al Cargo Private Limited, and our own beloved Chairman of Iim Mumbai. Welcome, sir. We are blessed with the august presence of eminent academicians, Professor Suman Chakravarti, Director, IIT Kharagpur, Professor Shirish Kedare, Director, IIT Bombay, and Professor R.D. Kulkarni, Vice Chancellor, Mumbai University. We welcome you all, sirs. We are really grateful today to have with us Padma Shri Kailash Kherji, eminent singer and founder of Kailash Kher Academy of Learning Arts, and Mr. Subhash Ghai, veteran filmmaker and founder of Whistling Woods Media Institute. We heartily welcome you, sir. I welcome our beloved director, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, sir, deans and faculty colleagues, officers and staff. I also welcome all guests, visitors, officials and media persons. Dear graduating students, I heartily welcome all of you along with your parents and families for this memorable day in your life. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
I am now honored to introduce Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director, Iim Mumbai. Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari is the founding director of the Indian Institute of Management, Mumbai, since August 2023, and he has previously served as the director of NITI Mumbai from 2019 to 2023. He has also held the position of Vice Chancellor of the Tata Institute of Social Sciences. He is a professor on Lien HG in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at IIT Kharagpur. Professor Tiwari, a globally recognized scholar, has expertise in optimization, decision support systems, logistics, supply chain management, and advanced manufacturing research. His prolific academic contributions include more than 370 publications in leading international journals, an H-index of 85, and more than 30,000 citations on Google Scholar. He is an associate senior editor for prestigious journals such as IJPR, POMS, WISE, ESWA, IJPE, JIM, IEEE, SMCA, INS, and CAIE. His impactful research has been complemented by consultancy and industry outreach projects with eminent organizations including Intel, Tata Hitachi, Procter & Gamble, Indian Air Force, and major ports across Eastern India. Globally, Professor Tiwari has fostered collaborations with top institutions such as Loughborough University, the University of Cambridge, Warwick Manufacturing Group, Durham University, UK, and the University of Connecticut. In recognition of his outstanding research contributions, he has been elected Fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering, the National Academy of Sciences, India, the West Bengal Academy of Science and Technology, the Indian Academy of Sciences, and the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers, USA. He has also received the prestigious David F. Baker Distinguished Research Award. It is now my proud privilege to invite our esteemed director, Professor Manoj Tiwari, a visionary leader and a distinguished academic, to kindly address this august gathering and guide us with his inspiring words.
respected chief guest of the second convocation of Iim Mumbai, Dr. Pramod Kumar Mishra ji, Principal Secretary to the PMO, Government of India, our beloved chairman and founding, chairman of worldwide famous logistic firm, Sri Shashi Kiran Shetty ji, and my very eminent guest, Sri Ashish Chauhan ji, Chairman NSE, world-renowned singer Kailash Kher ji, and director of and founder of the Whistling Wood and Institute for Media and Entertainment, Sri Subhash Kai ji, my very eminent friends, director of IIT Bombay, Sri Sisi Kadare ji, and director of IIT Kharagpur, one of the oldest IIT, Sri Suman Chakravarti ji, and oldest university among India, the Vice Chancellor of that, Sri R.D. Kulkarni ji, and few eminent guests who are here from Customs, and Devashish Mishra ji, the Chief Growth Officer of Deloitte, and Patishi Mishra, well known to Chief Guest and us both. And my dear students, deans, faculty colleagues, staff, and beloved parents of the students, and my friend in the media, namaskar to all of you. Before I actually say something about the institute as a director and director's report, I would like to give you some broad idea that what actually motivated us to wait for this function and invite one of the most eminent person as a chief guest of today's function. He is well known because of his devotion, sincerity, and very careful planning of the country's growth and development, because he was a scholar of eminence from the developmental economics, none other than Dr. P.K. Mishra ji. And I tell you, I saw some of his contributions which were pioneering in nature, published in 1996 in top journals, particularly that how the credit, particularly crop credit, etc., can be linked with the risk associated with the farming. And he did his doctoral work under the world-renowned economist, developmental economist, Professor Lifton. So I just want to say a few words about him before we go ahead with this. And also, before we talk in detail about Dr. P.K. Mishra ji, because he is a role model for us. All my beloved students sitting here, they can learn that how the study in the field can be correlated with the job and development. He has amply demonstrated it. That's why it is my duty to brief on that line itself. But before I go and talk in detail about him and also my contribution by a director's report to be published, I would like to also honor and take some of the contributions of the eminent guest present here. First, my beloved chairman. You know very well, he became the chairman when the institute started as a native Mumbai. And then, because of his inspiration, support, and very open and liberal-hearted ideas, we have moved forward and brought the idea of how this NITI can be converted into Iim Mumbai. Along with our team and broad vision of Chairman Sir, and very ample support given by none other than the person sitting here as NSE Chairman, Sri Ashish Chauhan ji. Government has formed a committee under his leadership, which has given us the proper report, and then later on, the Honorable Chief Guest of the today's function and his team, they have gone through that and given us the status which was demanded since 70s, because first of the committee under Ramaswamy was formed and nothing has been come out of that. But thank God to the present government led by Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji and our Education Minister Sri Devendra Pradhan ji, we are able to achieve this status. So thanks to all of those who have been part of this particular journey. And after talking about our chairman, sir, then we have a Padam Shri award, Sri Kailash Kherji. What to talk about him, you all know. If you say anything, that will not be about justice, but I as a director, and we are going to work with him to run an 1-year MBA program, which is totally in new area, entrepreneur actually. And that links with the culture, and that links with the current trends, that how leadership can be shaped in that way. And as you know very well that we celebrate his achievements, and as you know, you can say Kailash Kher is well known with a voice that blends folk, Sufi, and pop rock traditions into something uniquely timeless. He has touched millions of the heart across the world today. We have the honor of hosting him and announcing this chapter in your journey in collaboration with him and K Kala Academy, launching Entrepreneur, a PG diploma in creative leadership for performing arts. This 1-year program will integrate music, theater, dance, yoga with management education, enabling and aspiring creative leaders to learn directly from his experience and gain the deeper understanding of how culture and creativity can become powerful agents of leadership and change. Among them, now, our next focus is another guest who is sitting here, Subhas Ghai. All we know, the world-famous blockbuster films given by him are not unknown to all of you. In Hindi cinema, he is the most influential storyteller, and after starting as a career, and big hits like Karj, Hero, Ram Lakhan, Khalnayak, Saudagar, Pardesh, Tal, some of his the world famous films, which are, and his songs are already on the lips of the younger generation and older generation both actually. So Subhash ji has founded a studio, Mukta Arts, and later on the film school, Whistling Woods International in Mumbai. Most recently, Iim Mumbai has partnered with the Whistling Woods International to launch a 2-year MBA in Media and Entertainment, with the first cohort planned for June 2026. Thank you, sir, for coming and gracing the occasion, sir. Also, among us, the former Reserve Bank Governor and currently Executive Director to the IMF, Dr. Urjit Patel ji. Please give him a big ovation here. He is here. And all you know that he is an eminent economist and the 24th Governor of Reserve Bank of India. He helped the architect India's modern inflation targeting framework and chairing the 2014 expert committee that recommended 4% CPI target with a 2% band and shift to a monetary policy committee for rate decisions. Beyond Mint Street, he later chaired a National Institute of Public Finance and served as a vice president for investment operations at Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Most recently, Government of India has appointed him as India's executive director at the International Monetary Fund for a 3-year term. So please give him a big hand. And now, I just want to mention one of the mentors who has been forefront in helping us in all the way, right from chairman of the IIM report is Ashish Chauhanji, and he's being MBA from IIM Calcutta and PhD and BTech from IIT Bombay, one of the most prestigious institutions of India, and also heading currently the National Stock Exchange as chairman. He has been very much supporting us in all the way. We have prepared a report under the then Secretary of Ministry of Higher Education, Sri Sanjay Murthy ji. It was on the future talent requirement. And the chairman of that committee was none other than our Ashish Chauhanji, and really we all are very thankful to him for coming here and supporting us in all the way. Thank you, sir, for coming. And we have Devashish Mishra ji. He is the Chief Growth Officer of the Deloitte, and we have been introduced by the honorable guest to him, and also the beautiful daughter of our beloved Chief Guest, Pratichi Mishra ji here. So with this note, we have to now start the formal description of the Convocation Director's report. And I have the honor of welcoming our Mr. Honorable Sri Dr. Pramod Kumar Mishra ji, Principal Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, a rare honor for Iim Mumbai. It's our fortune to have a man of his caliber as a Secretary Agriculture and Cooperation. He was actively involved in path-breaking national initiatives such as National Agricultural Development Program and National Food Security Missions. Hailed as a transformative leader, his management of the Kutch earthquake is a testament to his administrative skills. He published a book, Kutch Earthquake 2001. Recollection, Lessons and Insights shows his scholarly side. Above all, his innovative management of disaster science a light on his humanitarian approach in crisis management. I once again extend my warm welcome to Dr. Mishra on this August occasion. And I also prepared a small note that how he has steered a very powerful research in the developmental economics. And I can say that under the leadership of Professor Michael Lipton, Dr. Mishra did PhD from the University of Sussex. And idea of his work that they have worked very closely, and Dr. Mishra continued to contribute scholarly work, and under him several vertical papers they have published. And I can say that Dr. Mishra provided a clear data-based evidence that linking the crop insurance to the institutional credit, expanded farm lending, more borrowers, larger loans per borrower, higher credit per hectare. He showed strong inclusion gains. Small farmer share of cooperative loans rose from 19% to 27% after CCIS. He found repayments increased in absolute terms, that is per farmer, per hectare, even though the repayment rate itself did not clearly improve. Most importantly, he identified a policy-relevant collateral effect. Instance acted as a partial substance for collateral encouragement lenders to the extended credit risk, exposed farmers who lacked assets, and also wrote the book that I just mentioned. His guru Michael Lipton published an early landmark paper in 1976 about agriculture, finance, and rural credit in the poor countries. Why I am citing all these things? Because today you are here. You can learn the Guru Sishya Parampara, that is one of the heart of the India's tradition. And after Dr. Mishra came out of the UK, Sussex University doing his PhD, his guru also visited several times and did a lot of study in India. And they partied together, and many of the developmental concepts that you are watching today, like Make in India, like all the infrastructure, like Digital India, and several things, they are that scheme that is thought over this, and now in the form of booming economy, we are taking its fruit actually. So give him a big hand and a standing ovation to a person of his caliber that he has done such a big honor. So please stand up and give him a big ovation. Please. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. And now I can say we have doing a lot of good thing in the Iim Mumbai, and in the past year 2024 to 25, we have got 6th rank among all the IIMs, and now we retain this rank in 2025 also. And this is And this recognition stands as a tribute to the commitment to our faculty, staff and students and alumni. And also we have opened our incubation center by none other than the Honorable Minister of Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh. We have also secured a grant of 28 crore rupees from one of the leading businessmen and philanthropist in the city, that is Motilal Oswal ji. He gave this grant to support our infrastructure development in the campus, which our beloved chairman has planned around 950 crore rupees, a big infrastructure revamping plan for the institute. In Iim Mumbai, also, Ashwin Mittal, Center of Excellence in Advanced AI, where also we received a grant of around 5 crore rupees from his firm C5I, a leading global artificial intelligence and analytic solution company actually. And we are also being assisted by, one philanthropist in the UK, Ajay Singhvi. He has also given us a grant of 1 crore rupees and founded a scholarship and gold medal on his name for the brilliant students who are coming out of good CGPA and performance actually. Then we have a very ambitious plan to go and support the Viksit Bharat idea. Under the Viksit Bharat idea, different schemes to promote productivity, booming economy, is like how digitization can help actually to work for the mineral and processing industry. So in this context, we have tied up with the CIL and going to have our own center at Angul, Odisha. So that is just planning stage and we have been given land also, but rest of the things along with the IIT, ISM Dhanbad, we are going to open this center. Idea is to promote digitization, logistics and supply chain management ideas with the mining and mineral-based industries actually. And also, we have very much support for the Viksit Bharat idea through semiconductor mission. We collaborated with Tata Electronics and we are running a course on manufacturing management and a second cohort has joined. So idea is that to generate next generation manpower, managerial manpower to support the ongoing expert that we need in this domain. Also in maritime logistics, because logistics is going to become a backbone for growth of our economy. So for that actually we have collaborated with the Institute of Maritime and we are running a course that support the logistic operation actually. And memorandum of understanding we have signed with the IIT Patna, IIT ISM Dhanbad and IIT Jammu to offer a 5-year integrated program that was with the dual degree course, that is BTech from those positions and 1 year stay here leading to BTech and MBA programs, MBA degree. And in the government, we have collaborated and signed an MOU with the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, CAG, under the leadership of current CAG, Sri Murthy Sahab, who was earlier our former Secretary of Higher Education, Sanjay Murthy ji. And also we have signed an MOU with the CBI Academy and National Center for Good Governance Commission, focusing on advanced training, joint research and capacity building programs actually. And industry actually we are continuing signing the MOUs with the NSC, CDSL, Motilal Oswal, Neo Investment Advisors and many other industry. We are also running a 1-year program with the NSC on postgraduate programs, particularly 1-year program, online mode with the NSC on financial engineering and management. So these are all the part of collaborative efforts to build up the future talent requirement in this area. And the social outreach, we are running the full-fledged program Swayam, a MOOC, and supply chain digitization, where in MOOC program 3,000 participants have joined. And just to our beloved chief guest and all my other guests here and students, we are collaborated with one MIT professor, Professor David Simchi Levy, and conducted more than 15 courses. And till now 25,000 professionals have been benefited by that course, and that was on the different aspects of logistics, business analytics, data-driven supply chain, and generative AI, etc. So after this, our faculty also did very good work, and they have published more than 165 papers, and 5 of our faculty members were featured in the Stanford University rating, and today itself we have seen again those 5 have been retained, and they have done exceptional performance here. Give a big hand to him actually, sir. And coming to the students' activity, several of our students have won the prizes, they have won competitions, and they have cracked hackathons, and they are part of many of the award-winning things, and 13 national level case study competitions, securing finalist position in 23 contests. That shows that how they're cautious about the name and fame of the institute. And currently, we have seen almost all our MBA boys have been placed with a very good salary bracket of around average 30 lakh rupees, and internship also around average 3.5 lakh per month. That is a 3.4 lakh per month internship. So every year we are maintaining this record, and credit goes to their brilliant mindset and hard work. So give a big hand to all our graduating students that they have achieved this feat actually. And our alumni are more than 10,000 in number. They have made a mark in every industry, and currently around 145 of them are running very good startup and companies, and out of them 3 are the unicorns. And they are also supporting our students in many ways and helping us also doing all better things. So in conclusion, I can say that these are the milestones, not numbers, and they are the embodiment of our collective endeavor, and our faculty, staff, alumni, partners, and above all, our students. The journey of Iim Mumbai has only begun, and we stand poised to emerge as global hub of management education, thought leadership, and industry collaboration. We are hopeful that graduating students from Iim Mumbai will occupy positions that influence policy and contribute to the industrial growth of the country. I envision that when Iim Mumbai graduates, they dominate the various spheres and spread the country's journey as a powerful economy and global leader. So now I can say, finally, as a punchline to this my speech, all you are going to run the several industry, but few things you remember, because your parents, they have a lot of hope from you, and we are also having a lot of hope from you. So keeping the track of our chief guest, that humility, respect, and proper behavior that is expected from you, and well-disciplined behavior. So I quote Ramcharitmanas. Say he has written a world-renowned powerful book, Ramcharitmanas, but how humble he was, I just cite by one line. कवि न हो ही नहीं बचन प्रवीणु सकल कला सब विद्या हीनो. मतलब मैं कवि नहीं हूँ, मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा बोलना नहीं है आता है, लेकिन मैं ऐसा एक कृत्य लिखा हूँ जो रामचरितमानस है, जो आपको अच्छा लगेगा. Means you always maintain the humility while doing your behavior, and other thing you can learn from one of his other work, that बरस ही जलद भूमि निराय जथा नवहि बुध विद्या पाए. जैसे बादल जो है जब पानी से भर जाता है तो नीचे आ जाता है, जिससे फसलों को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पानी मिल सके, वैसे आप भी जब अच्छे गुणों से भर जाइए तो नम्र हो करके लोगों से व्यवहार करिए, अच्छा करिए, देश का नाम रोशन करिए, अपने माता पिता का नाम रोशन करिए, और जहाँ जाइए वहाँ कमाइए. थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर कमिंग.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite Dean Academics, Professor Vivek Khansore, to kindly announce the graduating batches.
I present to you, sir, Ms. Arushi Bhandari and 244 others in Master of Business Administration 22-24 batch, Mr. A. Dev Prashant and 189 others for Master of Business Administration Operations and Supply Chain Management 22-24 batch. Mr. Kumar Saurav and 12 others for Master of Business Administration Sustainability 22-24 batch, and including those in absentia have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Business Administration. I present to you, sir, Mr. Akash and 268 others for Master of Business Administration 23-25 batch, Mr. Aditya Kenge and 195 others for Master of Business Administration Operations and Supply Chain Management 23-25 batch, Mr. Abhishek Chaudhary and 18 others for Master of Business Administration Sustainability Management 23-25 batch, and including those in absentia have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Business Administration. I present to you, sir, Mr. Ayush Goyal and 24 others for PGDX VLFM 24-25 batch, and including those in absentia who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of Postgraduate Diploma for Executives, Visionary Leaders for Manufacturing of Iim Mumbai. I present to you, sir, Jyoti Dikshit and 30 others, including those in absentia, of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Iim Mumbai, who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of PhD of Iim Mumbai.
By virtue of authority vested in me as Director of the Institute, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to MBA, PGDX, BLFM, and PhD of this institute, and charge you to be worthy of the same.
Thank you, sir.
I now request our Chief Administrative Officer, Lieutenant Commander Nisha Singh, retired, to kindly announce the award winners and acknowledge their outstanding achievements.
Thank you, Professor Poonam. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. It is the time for the most awaited event of this convocation ceremony. May I have the privilege and honor to invite our honorable and esteemed chief guest to please come forward and give away the awards. I also request our honorable chairperson, Iim Mumbai Board of Governors, and Director Iim Mumbai also to join him on the stage. In the categories of award today, the first award will be All-Rounder Best Student, which is awarded to the students for their excellence in academic, leadership, and co-curricular activities. In this sequence, the first award goes to Mr. Priyansh Kela, the Chairman's Medal for Best All-Rounder Student 2022-24 batch. The Chairman's Medal for the Best All-Rounder Student for the batch 23-25 goes to Mr. Sumit Singhal. In this category, we have Ajit Singhvi's medal for second best all-rounder student. That goes to Saumya Ranjan Mohanty from the batch 2022-24. Ajit Singhvi's medal for the second best all-rounder goes to 23-25 batch, Mr. Aditya Anil Kumar. Now we have program-specific medals and awards. The first award in this line is Director's Medal for Best Student in MBA 22-24 batch, Soumya Ranjan Mohanty. Director's Medal for Best Student in MBA 23-25 batch, Mr. Avin Shetty. Now we have award for MBA Operations and Supply Chain Management. The Director's Medal for Best Student in MBA OSCM 20-24 batch, Priyansh Kela. From batch 23-25, Director's Medal for Best Student in MBA Operations Supply Chain Management goes to Sumit Singhal. Next in line is Director's Medal for Best Student in MBA Sustainability Management. First, 23-24 batch, Ms. Rashika Girish Tiwari. From the batch of 23-25, Director's Medal for Best Student in MBA Sustainability Management goes to Pulakit Dikshit. We have also introduced Best Female Student Award from the last two batches onwards. In this sequence, for the batch 22-24, Ms. Amrita Mandal has been selected, but she is absent today. So from the batch 23-25, we have Ms. Rujita Shivaji Bhosle, who is present. So Director's Medal for Best Female Student in batch 23-25, Ms. Rujita Shivaji Bhosle. From PGDX VLFM 24-25 batch, Mr. Pradeep Sahadev Shinde receives Director's Medal for Best Student. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to kindly continue with the applause. Mr. Ajit Singhvi has also sponsored two more awards for the best students in management area. For the batch 22-24, it goes to Mr. Priyansh Kela, Ajit Singhvi's medal for best student in management area. For the batch 23-25, it goes to Aditya Anil Kumar, Ajit Singhvi's medal for best student in management area. Aditya Anil Kumar. We also have awards for summer project. So Director's Medal for Best Summer Project for the batch 20 to 24, Mr. Shashi Kumar Ji. Director's Medal for Best Summer Project, batch 23-25, Mahendra Singh. Heartiest congratulations to all the awardees. May I now request all our dignitaries to kindly take their seats and we can proceed ahead with the rest of the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and many congratulations to all our award winners. Now, I'm privileged to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Governance of Iim Mumbai, Sri Shashi Kiran Shetty. Sri Shashi Kiran Shetty is the founder and chairman of All Cargo Group, India's largest homegrown logistics multinational, and a visionary leader whose journey reflects resilience, foresight, and a deep sense of purpose. From building a single business in India to leading operations that now span over 180 countries, his story is one of determination and belief in creating something enduring for industry and society. For over 3 decades, he has steered All Cargo's growth with bold strategic moves, including pioneering acquisitions worldwide, and has shaped the group into a trusted partner in global supply chain. Yet, beyond boardrooms and business deals, what defines him most is his conviction that business must serve a larger purpose. His commitment to sustainability, with All Cargo's aim to be carbon neutral by 2040, and his focus on people-first values reflect this philosophy. At Iim Mumbai, where he serves as chairman of the Board of Governance, Sri Shetty brings his industry experience and passion for mentoring young talent to bridge the gap between academia and industry. He firmly believes that empowering youth with knowledge and values is key to shaping the future. Honored nationally and internationally, whether as the recipient of Belgium's Commander of the Order of Leopold II, the Karnataka Rajyotsav Award, or multiple lifetime achievement recognitions, Sri Shetty remains deeply grounded. He draws strength from his roots, his philanthropic work through the Avashya Foundation, and his contributions to cultural and spiritual causes close to his heart, such as ISKCON's Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohanji Temple in Navi Mumbai. Outside of work, he is known for his love for golf and art, pursuits that mirror his belief in balance, creativity, and lifelong learning. Above all, Sri Shashi Kiran Shetty is celebrated as a business leader and a human being whose values of care, humility, and service continue to inspire many. With deep respect, I take this opportunity to invite our esteemed chairman, Sri Shashi Kiran Shetty, to address the gathering and inspire our students with his words of wisdom.
Thank you for this generous introduction. Thank you very much, ladies and the people on the dais. Respected Shri P.K. Mishra, Principal Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, one of the most dedicated, decorated officer, and a true confidant of Prime Minister Modi, I take this pleasure to be with him today and share this dais, and he being among all of us today, give him a big hand of applause. He is someone does not attend too many functions. He is so much dedicated for his time to work with the Prime Minister as India is making progress. Professor Tiwari ji, what can I say about him? All of you know his tremendous educational background, teaching skills, leading the institution and mobilizing all the faculty and the staff with him and disciplining the institution and having a foresight and a relationship building with the Board of Governors and the government authorities, private sector and all that. He's a great and a keen listener. What I like the most about him, and extremely humble and someone who I really admire deeply from my heart. And he made my life very easy here in the institution's governance. My dear friend Ashish Chavanji, I don't want to repeat, he's been a great support, and without his faith and confidence, NITI wouldn't have been Iim Mumbai today. And we're deeply grateful to him. I'm very delighted to see Mr. Urjit Patel, Mr. Khera ji, my dear friend Subhash Ghai ji. We have common friends, although we haven't met recently. But he, is Vijay Choradia, Kishan Gehlot, Manish Goswami. We're all very common friends. And I'm very surprised and delighted to see you, sir, here today. And I'm so happy that the institution is making some progress with your institution for the benefit of the entertainment industry and for the greater national good. Thank you very much. I also want to take this opportunity deeply appreciate the hard work done by the deans, the faculties, the staff members, and most importantly, the stars of today and the leaders of tomorrow, the graduating batch of 24-25, and of course the winners. Thank you very much for all your hard work, and you made the institution proud, you made your parents proud, and made everybody who's connected to you proud today. And I know this is a great day in your life, and my hearty congratulations and best wishes for your future life. It gives me also immense joy to stand before you today at the second convocation ceremony, an institution which has got over 60 years of legacy under the name of NITI, and now forging boldly to a new path as IIM. I'd like to also give a big thanks to Mr. Mishra, the Ministry of Education, and the vision of Prime Minister Modi to transform legacy institutions like this into institutions of national eminence. And I sincerely thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity to be the chairman of the Board of Governors, where I could contribute a little bit from my end. They say time is the greatest teacher, and I believe today in this proof. In just 2 years, the institution was reborn as Iim Mumbai. It has produced leaders who are already beginning to shape industries and inspire change. And now the class of 24-25 are ready to carry that forward. This campus helped many bright minds and already holding top positions in many of the industries and social sector. Dear students, you are standing at the edge of a future that is both uncertain, however, with full of promise, because every challenge creates opportunities. You have worked hard to get here. You have stayed up late, solved almost impossible problems, pushed through pressures, and emerged stronger. But this milestone isn't the finishing line, it is a launch pad. And what lies ahead for you? A world that will challenge you, a world that will test you, a world that always won't be fair. But let me also say this, it is a world that needs you, your ideas, your courage, your passion, and your leadership is needed more than ever before. So please prepare yourself for that. As graduates of one of the finest management institutions in the country, you don't have a degree, you have a responsibility. A responsibility that will lead to Viksit Bharat, a developed India, as envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Modi ji. To contribute to this vision, we need not just become job seekers, but you can be a job creator. Not just business leaders, but nation builders. India, as you know, is standing at a stage where we have a long way to go, lot of opportunities, lot of aspiration, and lot of promise that India makes. However, the 7.8% GDP growth is probably not enough. It's remarkable, no doubt, fastest growing economy in the world, but we may need more, we need to do more. We, as you know, as a nation, still have a lot of challenges, like poverty, underemployment or unemployment, not ease of doing business, some regulations that frustrates business leaders, crumbling cities, hostile neighbors, to name a few. With a stable government like this and the consistently positive policies, India having blessed with the Prime Minister, who I am sure you all agree has faced tremendous problems. He stood very strong, and I'm sure he will stand strong till the last day of his life to serve this nation and meet these challenges to the best extent possible. Iim Mumbai, with this transformation, and for the second consecutive year, being the 6th ranking management school in the country, moving towards also offering financial management, business analytics, fintech, marketing, digital marketing, human resource management, and beyond. We are offering blended MBAs, niche diplomas with the NSE, as said earlier, global certifications, and even embracing performing arts. Because leaders must well be rounded to remain deeply human. And we are not stopping here. With our future-ready green and smart campus in the works, guided by the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we are preparing to expand to Navi Mumbai, Pune, and Angul in Orissa, as mentioned by the director. Every step we take is a step towards building more inclusive, innovating, and inspiring India. Mr. Mishra, I want to take this opportunity to make 2-3 quick points. I briefly also mentioned to you while we were walking, I don't want to waste this opportunity of being with you, being the highest and closest person to the Prime Minister. For India to grow leapfrog into manufacturing, we need to have a very strong policy on special economic zone. Countries after countries have invested with the fair regulations, with the fair encouragement, and the government taking the initiative to build the special economic zones because those are really business friendly and those do not disturb the business people, the day-to-day regulations, and builds a lot of predictability for the business. That is what the business also needs. Besides that, acquiring land, building infrastructure around it, and access to the ports and access to the Delhi-Mumbai freight corridor or the other freight corridors that are going to be built around, India desperately needs a special economic zone. I can guarantee you, this is my business experience, you will have so many companies will come and take manufacturing as one of the core requirement of the country in any case. India does not have a situation where we cannot look at not manufacturing because that will create employment, that will create the various other tax collections and technology, research, investments in various different fields. So this is my very humble request, sir. And the second one, which I've been also speaking in every session with the Minister of Shipping, Minister of Commerce, Mr. Gadkari, everyone, that ship owning and ship building is something critical for the national security and national growth. Today, over 90% of our foreign trade are done by foreign carriers. Whether it's containers, whether it is bulk cargo, largely, tanker may be slightly less, but big depends on international companies. One quick suggestion I would like to make is we have 10 or 15 Navratnas or more. They have so much of reserves. They can buy ships and order in the Indian shipbuilders, and one can bring a global tender for managing the ships, because managing the ship is a very different ball game than owning the asset. So Indian companies, whoever, whichever sector they are, they all use the services of shipping. So those companies can invest in ships. They don't have to run the ship. They can give a global tender for best ship managers, and best ship managers can come and open their office in India. They can employ the Indian people. India supplies all the manpower that is required in shipping, whether it is officers, whether it is management office, whether it is analytics or what have you. So they can buy the ships, giving to these best managers who are Indian or international, doesn't matter, and those ships can be used for carrying the cargo in India or across the world. So I think that's very important. And as long as that contract of shipbuilding is given to the Indian shipbuilding companies, that is how you will also develop an ecosystem of shipbuilding in India. And we have a 7,000 kilometer of coastline. And most of the ports, major ports, will have locations where shipbuilding can happen. Again, this has to be built by the government. Government has to create the ecosystem. Private sectors will look for profit for short term, which is not sustainable. We look the China model, Japanese model, Korean model. The governments have came and gave a big boost for shipbuilding. And shipbuilding can be bigger than automotive industry. So I think this is an opportunity we need not lose. With these two appeals, sir, I'd like to close my address, wishing once again all the very best to the students, and thank you for the parents for supporting the students, and I thank our members of the Board of Governors who've been very supportive for most of the initiatives that is taken in the Board of Governors. A good agenda being set, good discussions happened, and that's why you see we are at the cusp of building the infrastructure. Mr. Tiwari mentioned about 950 odd crores to almost create 3 times the capacity of what we have today. But some of you may have to be inconvenienced in the construction period. So idea is to do it as fast, as quick as possible, with using all the modern technology that is there to fast track the project. And my request to Mr. Tiwari and his team and the Building Works Committee that please don't compromise on quality, timeline, and the cost of the project. So with that appeal, I'd like to end my speech here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, with great honor and humility, I introduce our chief guest, Dr. Pramod Kumar Mishra. Dr. Pramod Kumar Mishra, Principal Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, is widely recognized as one of the country's most accomplished administrators and policy strategists. With a career spanning across decades, he has seamlessly combined scholarship, governance, and international engagement to leave a lasting impact on India's development journey. Trained as an economist with a PhD in development studies from the University of Sussex, UK, Dr. Mishra's intellectual contributions span agriculture, risk management, insurance, and disaster resilience. His work at premier global institutions like the Institute of Development Studies, UK, along with collaborations with the Asian Development Bank, World Bank, and ICRISAT, reflects his ability to bridge research with real-world policy and action. As Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, he was instrumental in launching transformative national programs such as the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana and the National Food Security Mission, which continue to shape India's agricultural landscape. His stewardship during India's G20 presidency showcased his leadership in coordinating ministries, states, and international forums, ensuring strategic vision and flawless execution. In his role at the Prime Minister's office since 2014, Dr. Mishra has been pivotal in ushering reforms in human resource management and monitoring development initiatives. His decisive role during India's COVID-19 response earned him wide acclaim for ensuring swift, coordinated, and humane policy action at an unprecedented crisis. A prolific writer, Dr. Mishra has authored and edited books ranging from agricultural risk insurance and income to the more recent Recalibrate Changing Paradigms. His book, The Kutch Earthquake 2001, Recollections, Lessons and Insights, is a personal account and a professional guide on disaster management. For his outstanding contributions to global disaster resilience, he was honored with the prestigious United Nations Sasakawa Award in 2019, the highest international recognition in the field. Respected across academia, governance, and international circles, Dr. Mishra combines intellectual depth with administrative acumen, embodying the qualities of a statesman whose poise and tranquil demeanor in the face of challenges stands as a lighthouse, guiding India's development story and inspiring the next generation of leaders. This has, of course, been shared by our director in his reflections on Dr. Mishra's seminal contributions to advancing the field of development economics. I am really honored and humbled to invite our chief guest to address our audience with the convocation address, sharing lessons from his transformative journey in governance, scholarship, and nation building.
Sri Shashi Kiran Shetty, Chairman, Board of Governors of Iim Mumbai, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, Director, Iim Mumbai, faculty members, distinguished guests, parents, and my dear students. I am delighted to be here with all of you at this convocation of the Indian Institute of Management Mumbai. Though it is named Iim Mumbai 2 years ago, it has, as it was reported, a long history of over 6 decades, and within the short time after becoming Iim, I am happy to know that the Iim Mumbai has risen to the 6th rank this year, making its mark among the India's leading IIMs. My congratulations to Chairman, Director, and of course the faculty members for this accomplishment. I congratulate all the graduate students of MBA, Executive MBA, PhD awardees, and of course all the parents. The Institute has earned a reputation of excellence in technical and management education and research. Its alumni have excelled in areas such as manufacturing, consulting, consumer goods industry, logistics, retail, commerce, and so on. They have held senior management positions in the country and abroad. I understand that the Institute has specialized in research and laboratory facilities in data with its data science lab and environmental studies. Dear students, you are fortunate to have studied at this institute located in Mumbai, which is heart of India's financial sector and has a glorious heritage. I congratulate every one of you. This is an important milestone in your life, which you must cherish and remember. At the same time, you must look to the future, to the accomplishment of many more such milestones, building further on this foundational one. What you have achieved today is an outcome of not just your own efforts, but also of the contribution of your parents, teachers, and many others around you. Always remember that no person is successful just by himself or herself. This degree carries all their love, patience, and support along with your own efforts. I am sure you acknowledge their contributions. Today, as you step into a new phase of life, you are at the cusp of immense possibilities and opportunities. At the same time, new challenges. In recent years, the global economy has seen a period of turbulence and uncertainty. Some of the developments and events that add to this complexity, I would just list out, I will not elaborate. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic, even though 3-4 years have passed, it changed the entire world, the way it emerged, the way it engulfed the entire world. Possibly it was unprecedented, when nobody knew in the beginning how things will emerge. Trade wars between large economies, geopolitical tension in Ukraine and the Middle East, challenges of climate change, impact of transformational technologies such as artificial intelligence, disruptions in global supply chains, protectionist policies and heightened geopolitical tension, and of course the changing global trade patterns, the most recent, of course, the reciprocal tariff and other things. In the midst of all these complexities and challenges, India is moving ahead with courage and confidence. We are in Amrit Kal, as Chairman and others pointed out. Our Prime Minister has envisaged a grand vision for India in 2047. Far-reaching changes will be taking place in India and the world in the coming decades. Prime Minister wants all of us to take the country to the next level through the process of reform, perform, and transform. In this endeavor, all of you will be playing a very critical role in ensuring that India becomes a developed country by 2047. As it was pointed out, it is your responsibility, not merely your capability, which will count. Today, technology is moving at a pace never seen before. Smartphone revolution, big data analytics, augmented reality, 3D printing, robotics, blockchain technology, and of course, artificial intelligence are fundamentally transforming our world and the way we engage in it. From the way we interact and connect with each other to the way we move from one place to another. For example, the mobile phone, which I don't think any of you will imagine life without a mobile phone. But for many years we had never seen a mobile phone and no connection as you have on a real-time basis. The way we move from one place to another, the way we send money, the UPI, which all of you are very familiar, or the way you even have your food, within minutes you order food home, which was never thought about earlier. So there is disruption everywhere. India has become, in this context, we need to innovate, we need to change our whole approach. India has become a global innovation powerhouse with over 100 unicorns and over 1.9, almost 2 lakh startups. India is the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. Today we have a thriving startup ecosystem, yet innovation gaps remain. Government has recognized the gap and rolled out various initiatives. For example, the 1 lakh crore Anusandhan National Research Fund supports basic research and prototypes. The India AI mission seeks to build leadership in artificial intelligence. A dedicated deep tech fund of funds will pool capital for risky but transformative startups. These are some of the important first steps in this direction. When I was thinking about the subject on which I would like to address you, in the past I did attend a few convocations. Mostly I used to talk about the economy, how the economic growth and other aspects. Today I thought I should say something about technology, the way it is disrupting everything. But then I thought, so far as technology is concerned, all of you are much more familiar, much more knowledgeable than I am. So I need not talk about technology to those of you who are graduating today. I would like to focus on two important aspects which will, I believe, shape your future accomplishments, your future with all your knowledge, all what you have learned. will certainly help, but more importantly, two aspects will shape your achievements in the future. Number one, an individual's approach and attitude, and number two, human resource and capability. Because much of the development research we have seen East Asia and other human resource, but I will focus more at human resource at the micro level. Coming to the first, technical skill is very necessary, but it is not sufficient. One's attitude and approach become important for coordinated and collective efforts. Interactions with stakeholders, colleagues, people, and political functionaries are critical to our working together to achieve a national goal. Teamwork is probably much more important than individual brilliance. Many people who are extremely sharp, brilliant, knowledgeable, but they are not able to achieve as a leader, as a part of it, because of lack of cohesion in the team. And ultimately, much of our research, our development depends on teamwork. Your success will depend on how you take your team together to achieve the overall objective of any organization wherever you are. In order to lead a team and coordinate their activities, which many of you will be doing in the beginning or after a few years, openness of mind, mutual respect for other members of the team, and humility are essential. Needless to say, the old values of ethics and principles of transparency and objectivity are very essential even in the private sector. As we know, our corporate governance also needs many such principles to be adopted. This is the first aspect. The second, it relates to human resource and capability. You are now entering a world which is ever-changing and more uncertain. As I mentioned a few minutes earlier, what you learn today will become obsolete tomorrow. And what you do today, somebody else in some other part of the world will do it better tomorrow. So you must keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing the frontiers of knowledge. What I have said so far is not something profound. Traits such as openness of mind, mutual respect, humility, and continuous learning are well known. What is, however, critical is how to inculcate these ideas and principles and how to motivate and encourage people to follow these practices. So this is going to be the major challenge, because there are ideas, we know what is to be done, even how to be done, but we do not know why things don't happen in actual practice. When you work in an organization, it is important for you to follow these principles, but at the same time, it is necessary that other members of your team do the same. And how to do that? That is the main question, is how to do. It is easier said than done. Large organizations, particularly with their established tradition and practices, pose immense challenges for change. Because I gave some principles, whether it is openness of mind, whether it is teamwork. But the major question is how to ensure that this actually happens. Just some time before, Chairman Sri Shetty mentioned about two things. He said SEZ and shipbuilding. I entirely agree with him. These are two very basic things which can accelerate the pace of development. On shipbuilding, of course, some budget announcement was made and some programs and schemes are going to be introduced shortly, because the whole idea, because we still go a long way in shipbuilding and ship and all that. So far as SEZ is concerned, I agree with him that it is very essential. But the issue is, again, how to put it in practice, because SEZs are as old as 2-3 decades. We started SEZ, learning from China, Shanghai, and so on. But the way it turned out, we have I think a few hundred SEZs. Most of them are not on the coast. Some of them are as small as 2 acre, 3 acre. They are also called SEZ. One can blame the government why the policy was implemented like that, but also the corporate sector, the private sector. So the question I am again raising, that ideas are known, what is to be done is known, but why it doesn't happen, that's a very major question which we have to jointly address. And we have been trying to reform this SEZ. I have studied personally on depth last 3-4 years, but we need to find a solution, and I agree with him on that. In this context, I would like to, so now the question which I have raised, that how we, because instead of saying just this should be done, that should be done, can we give some example of what could be done, particularly in a large organization? I would like to, in this context, briefly describe how during the last decade, India is reimagining public service training and governance to match the pace of fast-changing nation. The idea is how to build a 21st century civil service to accelerate the process of India becoming a developed country by 2047. After the new government came, one of the challenge was how to choose right people for appropriate positions. Sorry, there will be some interruptions. ठीक है, नहीं यहाँ रख दीजिए. How to choose? A simple change was made. For example, for identifying officers for senior positions in the government, and of course later public sector. Say, senior means a joint secretary, additional secretary, and above. For many decades after independence, it was all based on the annual assessment, which is a well-established system, what is called APAR, earlier ACR, and so on. But it had become ineffective over time. There were some court judgment, 2006 or so, it has to be shown. So about 90% people will get outstanding. So if 90 are outstanding, how do you choose who is really? Though private sector, they have some system, but it is very difficult. So all that were done, some sort of a multi-source feedback was introduced. the committee which goes into all the records, they look at the assessment report, but also they will ask people, subordinates, senior, junior, stakeholder. For some time it was questioned, a lot of parliamentary committee raised some objection under what rule, because in government things go by rule. Some questions were asked. But this has been sustained for the last 11 years. And there is some criticism sometimes. There can be a few errors of exclusion, but everybody admits there is no error of inclusion. In other words, some people who are otherwise should have been included in the list may not have been, because no system is perfect. But nobody who doesn't deserve is included. So this, and very often you introduce something, it is challenged, and government system, as you know, organized service, very powerful also at various levels. But it has been sustained for the last. So this simple reform, and also in addition to that, of course, after identifying people, you have to have some objectivity for postings and so on. There is a feeling you can ask anybody who had worked 10, 12 years ago in Government of India and after, to get a position they had to do so many things. But now there is a system, fairness and objectivity is well recognized. So there is a general level of confidence and credibility in the fairness and objectivity of the processes relating to senior positions, and also in the public sector undertakings also, if some of you are from the public sector, you will be knowing. Another administrative, again simple, because these are all extremely simple, not very profound or highly analytical. But to adopt this needs certain will, political will, objectivity and so on. For Group C, C means clerical level, Group B, Class 2 level. There was a system of written and interview and all that. This personal interview was dispensed with in the year 2016. There will be no personal interview. And nowadays for written you have computer-based test and all that. So all these have changed the way the government system works. Another transformative initiative was the Mission Karma Yogi, the flagship program for civil services capacity building in the country. It has blazed a new trail in the domain of personnel management and capacity building. There has been a paradigm transition in the capacity building ecosystem marked by shift from episodic learning to continuous. Earlier learning, once in a while, some orientation, some training, but it's a system where continuous learning is possible. Like continuous learning, lifelong learning, from rule focus to role focus. Earlier, when government, some of people join there, they will be oriented or trained for rules, but now the focus is not more than rules, the role, what role they have to play. And of course, it is technology enabled and it is self-paced. You can learn at your own pace. This has been possible by use of technology. The integrated government online training platform, which is popularly known as IGOT Karma Yogi, which is a multilingual digital learning platform for government employees, was created 3 years ago. During this period, it has onboarded, you can note the scale, the size of the operation. It has onboarded 1.3 lakh users of the IGOT platform. They are all, of course, government employees. 41 or 42 lakh of them are central government employees and 90 lakhs about state government employees. This intervention aims at capacity building of employees across geographies and hierarchies. Till a few years ago, most of our capacity building interventions were aimed at senior employees and organized government services, which constituted only 11% of the workforce in the government. With IGOT platform, which I just mentioned, 79% of the onboarded employees are junior level, including frontline workers and field employees. In fact, during the COVID time, we needed a lot of paramedical staff and others in those COVID centers. It has to be upscaled. So there is no way to train them in some COVID management. So through this IGOT that time, many of the field level workers could also be trained to the extent possible. The multilingual platform now hosts 3,300 courses prepared by experts from all over the world, and about 1,100 of which are in Hindi and other Indian languages. More than 50 lakh government employees have so far completed one role-specific platform. And there is also the IGOT platform includes an induction training module for a very diverse group of employees. When somebody is inducted, the induction training, they get some module they have to go through. Even the senior civil service, the Indian civil service officers, before they go to Mussoorie, they have to do some course on this before they join. An important aspect is that India has now a unique indigenous public sector competency framework, the Karmyogi competency model, that defines the various domain, behavioral and functional competencies that are relevant to different roles in the context of governance. In order to have a competency-linked human resource planning and to encourage lifelong learning, we have mandated that every government employee must complete a certain number of role-specific courses prescribed for his position or role by the parent ministry every year. Commencing from this year, the annual mandatory course completion as well as outcome of the higher level assessment will be integrated in the annual performance appraisal. So this shows how what I have described so far, that what sort of changes have been introduced, how with the use of technology, with other efforts, and the sheer size of the operation, the scale, that is possibly unprecedented. The Capacity Building Commission was set up in 2021 to aid and assist government bodies in their capacity building efforts. Earlier there were capacity building by various ministries and so on, but now there is a dedicated capacity building commission which has helped 107 ministries, public sector undertakings, other organizations to prepare their capacity building plan. So it has been part of the whole, it has been mainstreamed into governance systems. And of course, it also has prepared national standards for various government training institutions. And there is a digital registry that pools together human, digital and knowledge resources of various institutions in the country. There are a few other initiatives. For example, there is a EHRMS, the Electronic Human Resource System, which adopts a life cycle approach. It digital database of an employee's right from his recruitment up to his during his service and also till he retired. So this is a very, very massive innovation and reform in the government system. So this is just a case study I want to present. Again, I would like to repeat, though initially I did mention, that why I have focused on the capacity building of the civil servants in an institutions where all of you are graduating and you will be going to industry and other sectors, and what is the relevance to them. I have placed before some of these initiatives relating to training and capacity building of the members of the civil services. Of course, many of you might also join, particularly Government of India. I have also outlined some fundamental changes in the process of selection of officers to senior positions. So the question is, one thing I want to show, that just giving ideas just by recommendation, for administrative reform, there have been so many commissions, as you know, right after independence, the Appelby committee and so many committees, finally the Moily committee 10 years ago. The question is why the ideas could not be put into practice. Another question is whether the reform ideas could be implemented for a very large organization with its age-old practices and traditions. Like a government system, as you know, they have legacy issues, they have inertia. So there we could introduce such changes. And I have given the actual reform process and the outcome also. Now, before I conclude, I would like to just recapitulate what has been done, this Karmayogi initiative and the capacity building. It had touched lakhs of civil servants and Panchayati Raj institutions also, right from Government of India. The digital infrastructure which I mentioned, I got Karmayogi. It is world's largest learning platform with 1.3 crore users, 3,300 courses in multiple languages. Over 5 crores courses have been completed in the sense by participants. 190 institutions have been strengthened or accredited, and many ministries have been sensitized, prepared capacity building plan. And it's a personalized training plan. This IGOT platform enables personalized training through use of artificial intelligence. 22 states have also participated. And we have prepared 60 world-class Indian case studies have been created alongside Gyankush portal, enriching learning with Indian experience. And IGOT possibly will be one of the similar to the digital public infrastructure. And India has offered countries like some countries of Caribbean and Africa, they can also take advantage of that. And of course, as I mentioned, the senior appointment, the process of selection, there is now credibility, a sense of fairness among all those concerned. So with all this, I would like to say that there is always scope for improvement in the efforts that have been undertaken. However, I am confident the reform I have outlined and the various associated interventions are now in the offing will pave the way for an agile and future-ready civil service, instilling greater faith in the citizens regarding policies, processes, and the capabilities of civil servants. In the end, let me remind all of us, these are only the first steps. Much remains to be done to fully realize our Prime Minister's vision. Mission Karmyogi must now go deeper, embedding competencies into every aspect of government, starting from recruitment, training, promotion, and evaluation. So these are only some of those. So that is why today I thought I must give some simple example, something which may sound very simple, but it has a lot of impact. As I gave the example of senior appointment, because the basic principle is that you ask people, because earlier we thought it was known that an officer can influence his own assessment. He can meet his boss and they will say, give a better if he pleases him. But one cannot influence his own reputation, because if I ask 5-10 people confidentially, they will tell how he is. So that has been captured here. This is a simple reform. So like that, not having any personal interview, now you can do it through computer. So these are something, but doing this, if you can do this in a government system with such large scale covering crores, then when you join some organization which may not be that challenging, you can do much more. So you can bring change, you can bring reform. Finally, dear graduates, as you enter your own leadership journeys, take this lesson to heart. With vision, determination and teamwork, even the largest and oldest institutions can be transformed. India today is not just talking about change, we are proving it through speed, scale and purpose. Speed, scale and purpose. You too as leaders must carry that spirit forward. Congratulations once again to all of you. May you serve India with a vision, courage and a spirit of Karma Yogi. Thank you. Congratulations again.
On behalf of Iim Mumbai, I would like to thank our chief guest for that inspiring convocation address. I want to thank you especially for reminding us that in order to shape the nation, we need to remember the power of knowledge, service, integrity, and visionary leadership. If the nation progresses, the citizens can't be left behind. And especially if at the heart of this nation building is human-centric policies harnessing the importance and benefits of technology and innovation. Thank you very much, sir. Now, may I request our Chairman BOG and our Director to kindly present a memento to our Honorable Chief Guest as a token of our deep gratitude and respect. Thank you, sir. I now invite Priyansh Kela, graduate of MBA batch 2022-24, to come to the dais and read the pledge. I request all graduate students to stand in their position and repeat the pledge after Priyansh.
Please take your right hand forward and repeat with your respective names. I, Priyansh Kela, a graduate of Indian Institute of Management, Mumbai, hereby pledge that I shall always endeavor to be honest in the disgrace of my duties. I shall always endeavor to utilize my knowledge for the service of the country and the glory of the institute. In all circumstances, I shall try to uphold the dignity of the individual and the integrity of the profession. Thank you so much.
May I now request Dean Student Affairs Professor Rauf Iqbal to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Madam. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Iim Mumbai, it is a great honor and privilege for me to convey my sincere thanks and gratitude to the chief guest of today, Dr. Pramod Kumar Mishra, Principal Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister, Government of India, for gracing this occasion with your inspiring presence and words of wisdom. Thank you, sir. Sincere thanks and gratitude to the distinguished guests, Sri Urjit Patel, Executive Director, International Monetary Fund, former Governor, RBI, Sri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Chairman, National Stock Exchange. Thank you, sir. I extend my deepest sense of gratitude to Sri Sasikiran Sethi, Chairman, BOG, Iim Mumbai, Founder, Chairman, All Cargo Private Limited, for his gracious presence and guidance. Thank you so much, sir. Professor Shirish Kedare, Director, IIT Bombay. Professor Suman Chakrabarti, Director, IIT Kharagpur. Professor R.D. Kulkarni, Vice Chancellor, Mumbai University. Sri Subhas Ghai, eminent filmmaker, Chairman, Mukta Arts, Founder, Whistling Woods Media Institute. Padam Shri Kailash Kher, eminent singer, Founder, Kailash Kher Academy for Learning Arts. Thank you so much. My heartfelt thanks to Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, Director, Iim Mumbai, for his overall guidance and support in shaping and organizing this convocation ceremony. Thank you so much, sir. The Deans, Member BOG, faculty members, Chief Administrative Officer, Iim Mumbai, for their support and guidance to organize this convocation ceremony. Thanks to all the officers, staff members of all sections and student volunteers for working tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the smooth and successful execution of this ceremony. Very special thanks to all the graduating students, batch of 2022, 24, 2023, 25, VLFM, PhD students, media persons, the parents, relatives, friends, and all other guests. My dear students, this is your day. Congratulations for your successful journey and best wishes for your journey ahead. Thank you all. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Now may I request our Chairman, Board of Governance, to formally announce the convocation closed.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The convocation is closed. Thank you.
पुत्रकामस्तथैव च
May the desire of our students for a long, healthy life with fame, wealth, and healthy progeny be fulfilled.
विद्यार्थी हेतु इन्हीं शुभकामनाओं सहित आप सभी से सविनय अनुरोध है कि राष्ट्रगान के लिए अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं तथा प्रांगण में शैक्षणिक गण के गमन तक अपने स्थान पर ही खड़े रहें।
With these wishes, ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to stand up for the national anthem and keep standing till the academic procession leaves the convocation arena.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य